fault, I swear.
Well, why does it say I saw ye in the chat that the stream can also see?
Because it's good to take responsibility for your actions.
Welcome everyone to the AMC D&D show, where we admit our mistakes and learn from them and move on.
You hear cats in the background.
There's one extremely annoying cat that keeps trying to pull all the wires out the back of me.
Anyway, welcome.
Okay, we've lost Lena.
Oh no.
Nice.
We're off to a fantastic start, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god.
Welcome back.
Hello!
What happened? Is everything alright?
The internet just dropped out completely.
Oof.
Hope that doesn't happen again.
Well, I'll just let you know.
Okay.
I'll let you know on Facebook because I can't write anything through Discord on my phone because my phone's broken.
Oh.
Alright then. Moving swiftly forwards. We're here today. We've got Lena, Sky, Bethany, and Tom.
Aloha.
Ready to dive deep into a damp cavern.
Oh my god, but he said, are you ready to die? And then he said die.
I don't want to lose another character, thank you. Losing Yui 3.0 is bad enough.
Oh god. Lena, have I given you like some sort of trauma?
Yes, I do.
What happened on Thursday?
Nothing happened on Thursday. We didn't play.
Oh.
Everything before that.
I have literally 2 years of some nasty experiences.
Hey, Lena. What's your purpose? Nope, nothing.
That haunts me to this day. Legitimately, every time I hear purpose, I get cold sweat.
Well, it's good to know that I leave a lasting
I
impression on my
think if
players.
they would ask that in an interview, I would legit start crying.
Oh no.
Let's hope they don't ask that in an interview then.
Yeah, let's hope.
Anyway, is there anything anyone would like to plug, announce before we get started?
I just have a question. We did have a long rest, didn't we?
Yeah, we were long resting.
Okay. For some reason, D&D Beyond didn't do it.
You need to confirm it.
Yeah.
Right, if we are ready, shall we give us a recap?
Yeah.
So, previously, the party made their way to the Stone Tooth, a small mountain said to house the stronghold of Durgevin, a famous dwarven weapons. The stronghold is said to house very powerful, well-crafted weapons, and was said to be invaded by orcs long ago. The party was contracted to acquire these weapons and provide information about the stronghold. Exploring more of the glittering cave beneath the mountain, the party found a cavern next to a fast-flowing river, next to some sort of sinkhole, and some armor on the other side of the current. Leroy and Celeste tried to cross the current, and Leroy definitely did not try to throw Celeste across it. And both ended up falling into the fast-flowing river and sinking. Captain Elizabeth tried to get down to the safe way, with Elizabeth and her companion Yui falling into the river as well. Down below, Celeste and Leroy fell into a waterfall and a cavern that seemed to have some constructions inside of it, along with another rushing river. There were a few empty rooms and one room that definitely wasn't a huge mess. And going further in, the party encountered a creature masquerading as a stalagmite. Tentacles. The encounter caused Yui, the Steel Defender, to be caught in the rushing river and whisked away into the darkness. The creature was eventually defeated, but with the party spent on energy and stamina, Elizabeth devastated,
And all of my health.
and all of Leroy's health gone, more or less.
Didn't it only hit me the entire fight?
Yep. They assisted in gathering materials for Elizabeth to create a new Steel Defender, bedding down for a long rest.
Ugh.
So as you guys wake up in the morning, check something real quick.
I need to remove something from my character sheet because it's also being used.
Okay, Celeste, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do you know what? I was hoping you had forgotten about this.
I don't forget about much.
Oh, damn it. Yeah!
Hey!
I'm cured!
Damn.
You are fine.
I'm
You wake
good.
up, you're fine.
I feel good today, guys.
Yay! Elizabeth is going to wake up, go over to the bundle of stone, the rope tendrils, the rope, all the stuff that was left last session, adds the rope hide, and then just constructs UE 4.0.
Okay. So Elizabeth, you spend the morning working away on this construct. You've gathered sort of chunks of minerals to form the body, the roper tentacles to form legs, and you have some very nice looking sort of green gemstones for the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And as you sort of coat the hide, to add the hide, it's not going to add anything to AC.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have leather workers tools?
No, I do not.
Okay, it's not going to really do anything.
That's fine.
But it'll look a little more cohesive. It won't look like a jumble of rocks put together. It'll have a skin. It'll have an outer layer.
Yeah.
Which could potentially contribute to its extra hit points that it now has. And you spend the morning sort of, wiring some threads of loose wire and tracing runes. What the rest are you doing?
Be concerned about the noises my cat's making. I just hear him running around the house. He has the zoo. I will keep a lookout around this area after we wake up, see if there's any more of those fucking stalagmite roper people.
I'd make a perception check.
Don't be terrible. It was not terrible.
It is a little. Looking around, make the check again with disadvantage because it is dark in here.
Oh, but yeah.
So just roll again.
Still not terrible. I have dark vision.
So while not being able to see really all that clearly, you listen out with your ears.
Yeah.
So past the rushing water, and you don't hear anything really, apart from what you know to be your companions. What do you
Okay.
think?
Nice. There's nothing else that I can see, guys. I mean, nothing else I can hear.
That's good. Maybe we should have some breakfast.
I probably should. Let's go.
You get some rations. What kind of rations are you consuming? Or is it just like trail mix, jerky, like that?
Delicious. Can I arrange it on like a piece of like? I probably have like a piece of cloth or something. Like arrange it like one of those cheese boards.
Sure, yeah. You get like a small hunk of bread. There's some like slightly stale cheese. You think some like trail mix and some jerky. What's the word then? And you have your water skin, and it's all arranged like a traveler's cheese.
Delicious.
Delicioso. Munch, munch, munch.
Yeah, Elizabeth isn't going to eat until after Yui has been built, and then
I'll come by and like I'll bring you some like snacks and stuff.
So you work away, and in this sort of, well, you can only assume to be this prison cell unit, this river, this Fast-Lone River. And after sort of about an hour or so, as you guys sort of sit around, you wake up, eat, stretch. Some of you probably do morning prayers or exercises, or
I will limber up, make sure all my body aches are gone from nearly dying.
there's a bit of a like soreness around like your midsection and your upper arms, but apart from that, you're fine.
Okay, I'm good.
How cold is the river?
Very, very cold. In fact, it is probably really cold in this room. That you've woken up. Like you've probably had a fire going before, but it's really cold in this room.
Oh, and I go dip my toe in it to see how cold it is.
Let's see something. You can,
Yay.
and it is frigid.
Oh, shouldn't have done that. And then I run away.
As you sort of dip your toe in and you reach it back in sort of shock of how cold it is, you see a shape, this sort of massive blob of a shape, just dart through the river. Make me a perception check. Celeste. You don't know what that was. Whatever it was big, and it travelled the way the stream was going.
Well, it's a circle of life, and then I go back. I'm a clean up. Yes.
Okay. Clean up the empty cells.
A bit about like our sleeping stuff, a clean up.
Oh yeah. I'm assuming that was in the sort of the hours spent, and in that time, sort of with the last sort of runes in place and the energy flowing through it, this hodgepodge. You don't know how it's standing, but it is somehow, with all the rope tentacles tied together to make sort of almost sinewy legs on this sort of almost jagged looking body with this roper hide, this stony hide sort of over it, with sort of thick bits of shimmering coppery sort of material, shimmering over it with these glowing green eyes, is Yui 4.0.
Hey.
Elizabeth is just going to pet Yui and gives them a big hug.
She just woke up, so she doesn't know what's happening.
And I go over to it and be like, sit, boy!
Does it say?
Yui's just going to be confused, but then yes, it's.
Good boy! And then I hug it too.
You like this. It's cold. It may be a little damp.
It's okay. I'll still love it anyway.
Captain, or Leroy,
Mm-hmm.
what are you guys doing right now then?
Not much. It's fucking dark. I can't.
Yeah, you don't know how
I'm-
Elizabeth
I'm-
did that in the dark.
I'll cast dancing lights, by the way.
Okay. Let's see.
I mean, I could have just cast light before I started working, but you know, just have light on myself.
It's 4, yeah?
Yes.
There you go. There's your 4 dancing lights. You can control them and you can send them wherever you want to.
I actually can't control them.
Really? You should be
No.
able to.
Can I chase one of them?
Okay. Just, sorry, I
Okay.
thought
I can.
that.
Yes.
There we go. I'll do that.
Dancing lights. Oh, I can see.
I want to play with it. What happens if I touch it? I want to touch it.
Well, when you touch it, it's like putting your hand in front of like sunlight streaming through the window. There's like a warmth on your hand.
When you like touch it, you get like a weird sensation of something. Like it's forbidden to touch it. You touch it and you feel like this is wrong. This is the worst thing I could have ever done in my life. And when you pull it back, it's gone.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. Celeste cries.
It just feels like
Not
very
so wet.
alien if you touch it.
Sounds scary. I don't like it. I'm gonna stay away from the lights. I don't like the lights.
How obvious do you make it?
But I'll just hide behind Leroy.
Okay.
Which
Like-
way are you looking? Are you looking towards me or which light of the two?
The one below me. It was like outside the cell doors.
Gently hover like a second one to you.
Oh, God. Leroy, the lights are chasing me.
When you see these undulating sort of balls of light bobbing around.
Oh no. I don't think I can hit lights, and I can't do much else. I'm sorry, Celeste.
Oh, don't touch them, Leroy. They're really scary. I touched it, and it didn't feel right.
Oh, Celeste, I think if you touched it first, it might think that you're his friend now.
What do you mean?
You know, might be very lonely, and you know, you touched it because it was lonely and it really didn't know, and now you touched it and thought it's your friend now. You know, it loves you.
But its loneliness scares me.
Elizabeth is just going to roll her eyes as she keeps petting and hugging the steel defender, as if she's missed it.
I'm gonna move it a little closer, and then I'm gonna poof that away. Poof one light, or just poof it somewhere else. Can I poof them, or do I have to just move them?
What does the spell say?
let me.
Okay.
Okay, move the lights.
Yeah, you can. If you move it out of the range of another light, it does just sort of blink out of existence.
Okay. Do they have to all be in the other person's light, or do they have to be within 10 feet?
A light must be within 20 feet of another light.
Ah, okay, that's fine. I'm happy with this light arrangement.
Alright then.
So, where do you guys want to go now?
Well, now that I realise I have lockpicking tools, I think it might be a smart idea for us to go back to that door.
You did also pick up a key as well, so that's
Yeah.
Oh, I have a key!
Huh. We may not need the tools anyway. Plus, there's also other passageways we can check, so... Up to you.
Where's next? Where haven't we been yet?
Just remind me, because, you know I've got bad memory, but, where was that door? When did we get there?
It was upstairs, wasn't it?
yeah, it was upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just the
that
session
door.
where I wasn't there.
Yeah. The session where Elizabeth was not involved in any combat because she was grave robbing.
Mm.
Alright, upstairs we go!
But there's other places we can explore as well while we're down here, and...
Upstairs!
Celeste just marches off.
Oh no, Celeste! No!
Upstairs!
What about down here?
Hey,
I don't
so
like
you-
it down there.
Yeah, you look down there and it is like stairs descending into the what looks to be a flooded area. A sort of darker stone.
Ah, lights!
How deep is the flood?
Let's see. It's about 5 feet at the what you would reckon at the base of the stairs, and it's dark though the water is, and it smells stagnant.
Hmm.
The smell of now you guys are sort of standing here, and some of the air is coming in and out. The smell of rot sort of waft it.
Hmm.
You want to go down there, Leroy?
I just poked my head through the door just to see if there's anything in the immediate vicinity.
Would you be able to see if there's anything there?
I mean, I can light my torch,
I could
or
send
Adam can
Kiwi in
send a
there.
light in with me.
I could also just cast light on you.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, you've already got disadvantage on stealth, so it's not like you're going to be able to...
I'm not going to go very far. I'm just going to look around the door just to see if there's anything.
Elizabeth touches the half plate armor and casts light on it, allowing the half plate armor to just glow.
Ah, fuck my eyes. Okay.
Seeing that immediate reaction, Elizabeth's just going to giggle a little.
And then I will step in a little bit and then poke my head around the door.
Okay, so you step into the water and you wade through the water. As you look into the room, you can see this just sort of very dark series of rooms. What will probably look to have been a storeroom similar to the one you saw further along across the bridge, next to that room that definitely wasn't a mess, according to Celeste.
Don't talk about it.
Make a perception check.
What? Can I keep my streak going?
Nope.
Yeah, the light only goes so far, and you're squinting to look.
Leroy! Shout if you need help!
I'm literally 10 foot away from you, Celeste. You don't need to shout.
Okay.
See anything in there?
No, it's just another storeroom. Like the other one, Celeste, there's nothing in there.
There's nothing in there! Let's go! La da da! La da
Celeste
da!
marches off. Leroy, are you exiting the water?
I will exit the water, yes.
Okay. Can you make a con save?
No. No.
Okay.
I can roll it, but I can't make it.
Elizabeth is going to cancel the light on Leroy now that we're back together.
Leroy, you get out of the water and you're a bit shivery.
Ugh.
You okay, Leroy?
Yeah, just cold water in my shoes.
Oh, let me take care of that. I'm gonna prestidigitize him.
Okay, it's prestidigitate, and all your clothes are dry as well.
Elizabeth is
Much better, thank you, Captain.
Elizabeth is going to cast the light on Yui.
We should probably catch up to them before they get too far ahead.
Oh yeah.
Oop.
Okay, so you walk back to the waterfall cavern.
Does Elizabeth notice the rooms that...
Yeah, you do notice the two rooms here.
So those are the... Yeah.
In the sort of loud waterfall area, or the waterfall next to it.
So those are the two rooms that you and Celeste said were empty, right?
Yep, empty as a button. That doesn't make sense, but very empty.
Elizabeth's just going to shrug and continue on. Right, now let's try and not fall back into that waterfall, shall we, when we go back up? Sound good? Sound good.
Sounds good.
That's good.
Captain, I'm assuming you're going with them?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how the lights and stuff. I'm just gonna leave him here for now.
Okay, so you just leave them there.
Probably just forgets about him because she can see in the dark. Like, it's
Yeah.
interesting for a while, but then she forgets about it.
Yeah, that...
I can see more than these stupid lights.
Yeah.
I
That-
have 150 feet dark vision.
That and the fact that I've just cast light on Yui anyway, so we have 20 feet of bright light just focused on this hunk of metal.
As we start walking up the stairs, Leroy will light another one of his torches.
Okay.
How many do I have left?
I can let you have mine if you want them, Leroy.
Yeah, it's fine. I've got 7 left.
I have 10 and no use for them.
Well, you keep a hold of it for now, and if I need them, I'll come get you.
But what if you can't find me because they're gone?
I will see your magical glowing dog.
Yes, it's a magical glowing dog. Totally not a wolf or anything like that, just a dog.
It's a pupper.
So you guys move up the stairs. I will do your light doors again. Or if you guys can do that yourselves.
Yeah, easily done.
You exit into this long cabin with the up the spiral stairs. As you make your way up, you can still hear the sort of the rumble of the waterfall from up here as it echoes up from the sinkhole.
So we need to be very careful here now. We don't run, we don't
Yes.
do anything stupid. We walk carefully and we don't fall back into the water. Understood?
Celeste, already ahead, just yells back, "What?"
Okay, Celeste, make me an acrobatics check.
Let's go.
Slippery. What?
5 foot at a time.
Let's go.
You almost slip, but you catch yourself on the wall, and you continue to make your way. Yeah, you can still see the sort of plate of sort of a suit of armor on the other side of the riverbank.
I have a small idea. We should check that plate of that armour out, shouldn't we?
We
Elizabeth,
should. It might be some of the equipment that we've been sent here to obtain.
okay, Elizabeth, if you want to check the armor, I think you should do that.
Okay. Elizabeth is actually going to be very smart about this. I'm going to cast Jump on myself.
Okay. Cast jump on yourself.
Elizabeth, I will help you, and I will cast Spider Climb on myself.
Never. Oh, okay. So we have a jumping human and a spider climbing elf just going to get this suit of armor.
Okay, so Captain, because you cast Spider Climb on yourself, you don't have to make the acrobatics checks, you just stick to surfaces.
I thought I will climb over the. How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling in here, I believe. Let me check.
Like I'm just gonna tell you what I was gonna just climb inconveniently like along the ceiling rather than across the river.
That's okay. Let me just check. Features.
But yeah, I have a minute of tripled jump distance.
I'm gonna say the cabin in here is probably about say about 30 foot high. Yeah,
I got it up to an hour? That's sick.
it's a concentration spell. Yeah, so you sort of grip onto the top of the cabin and you sort of skitter your way up across the cavern. Elizabeth, what is your... I'm assuming you want a long jump, don't you?
Yeah.
What is your strength score?
My strength score is 15, which means I have a jump distance of 45 for a minute.
Okay. You still need to make a 10-foot run up.
That's fine, the 10-foot run up will come from me running up the stairs.
Okay. So you jump. Captain, you managed to crawl up and over, no problem. Elizabeth, you run and you jump, you vault yourself over with these sort of, I'm assuming you've put arcane propulsion in your boots and just sort of propelled yourself over. Just make me an acrobatics check to land.
Rolled a 13 for a total of 15.
Alright, you land just fine. And you both end up on the other side of the river.
Nice. Elizabeth can't see shit right now. Well, actually, no, she can see because of Leroy's torch.
Yeah, just you can just about see.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
doesn't the torch give off 20 bright, 20 dim?
It does give off 20 dim.
So you can see dimly.
Yeah, you can see dimly. It's a little difficult to see.
I'm just gonna slowly keep edging this way.
Okay, Leroy making an acrobatics check.
Slowly. Ugh, the entire floor is this bad.
Yep.
Aw, bye guys, have a nice time. Oh,
You again, same as Celeste. You almost trip, but you managed to get your long sword, flip it upside down, and sort of jam it into the ground to leverage yourself. And you managed to keep going. And Captain, you end up on the other side as well. Where on the other side of the cabin do you want to end up?
Wherever the armor is, really.
So the armor's about here. Okay.
I'll stay there.
And Elizabeth is going to be here then. Just
I'll
next
stay
to...
on the wall, just looking down.
Okay. You just almost like a Steve Ditko comic. Cling to the wall.
Right.
And gloom.
Elizabeth is going to inspect the armour.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
Investigation!
Support Elizabeth with that?
No need! Nat 20!
Never mind.
Okay. So with a nat 20, you look at this armor and you think, okay, so it's all intact. Like whole thing, helmet and everything. Like just from first glance. And you go to touch it, like you go over to look at it. And it shouldn't be this intact because all of the gauntlets and the boots and the helmet are separated. And as you go to touch it, the armor moves,
don't you dare.
stands up, and looks directly at you.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Because of that nat 20, Elizabeth,
Mm.
is there anything you'd like to do as a reaction?
I
Attacked.
assume I can't attack it with my rapier as a reaction.
No, it's whatever you have as a reaction.
Reactions. I don't have anything I can natively do as a reaction, and yeah, I can't react other than just draw.
Wow.
I'll just draw my rapier and prepare to attack.
Hey, so as this is all happening, I would like, I suppose, everyone to roll initiative because everyone's in the room. Still, I think
Yeah.
Celeste.
We all we would hear would just be like clank clank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you hear clankety clankety clank, and then Elizabeth go, "Oh God!"
no, I just say son of a bitch.
Bro, I could have literally said 15 times, I'll cast Mage Armor on myself. Did I do it? No.
I will allow you to have done it beforehand.
I would probably done it in the morning.
Yes.
How-
I'm okay with you. I'm okay with that being retroactive. That's fine.
How long
Okay.
is mage armor?
8 hours.
It's also
Ooh.
at will.
For Captain right now, it's at will, and it's non-concentration. So you're okay.
How do you guys feel we need to touch everything?
We're inspecting the suit of armor.
Leave stuff alone.
But Celeste, we do have to find some stuff. That's why we're here.
Remember the lights,
Stop.
Celeste? Who touched that
Oh,
first?
where's the lights?
Well, it's kind of fitting that I get to go first, given that I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you react first as this armor stands up and sort of looks at you and raises a fist.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm just going to attack it with my infused rapier.
Go for it.
For a total of 21.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Damage is a d8 plus 6. 3 plus 6 is 9.
God damn! So you thrust into this thing, and it sort of it managed to sever one of the sort of straps of the armor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still clanking and making its way.
I did not want to have to deal with this. Reaction will be to command Yui. Well, not reaction, bonus action, command Yui to move and be prepared to dodge.
Okay, where is Yui moving to?
Here.
Alright, I need Yui to make an acrobatics check.
Bye, Yui.
Bye, Yui!
Okay. So it as it moves, it slips 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
20. Here. It's not in the water yet, but it is dangerously close, and that is its entire movement.
Bye, Yui!
We're gonna have to make acrobatics checks every time we move.
Across this floor, yes. As soon as you get to like the stairs, and probably about here-ish, you won't have to.
That's my turn then, because, you know.
Alright, Leroy. This is looking strangely familiar.
Motherfuckers. I just have a thought.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll move to there. Well, I'm not exactly there. There we go. And then if I moved another... Well, first off, question. Standing jump is half your strength score. So
yeah.
it would be 9.
which would be about 10 feet.
Yeah. So if I did a standing jump and jumped 10 foot, would I land on the other side, or would I land in the?
I'll have you make either an athletics or acrobatics check to see if you get far enough.
Okay, I will definitely do. Oh, I didn't say it beforehand, so I won't do it. Athletics. 25.
Never mind, you land on the other side of the river. No problem.
I let go of my BAM! And then I will draw the longsword and slash.
Alright, slash with your longsword.
Which is 12.
You go to slash, and this thing sort of raises an arm, and the glow glances off the side of its magical armor.
And that's all I can do.
Okay.
Well, I could rage, but I'm not going to yet.
Okay, Captain. You are currently, I'm just going to say, about 10 feet up on the wall.
Okay, so I'm out of reach.
Yes.
Amazing. I'm gonna climb a little higher, and I would like to cast Chill Touch on this man.
Alright, what does your chill touch look like?
It's like, you just see like there's a little swirl on the floor, and then there's like slowly, coming like a tentacle out of it, and it rises up to like face height, and just like bitch slaps the creature. And it makes like a wet sound.
Alright, make your ranged attack roll.
16.
It goes to slap it, and the tentacle slaps like it's a hard, wet slap. And the armor is not phased at all.
Well. That's unfortunate. Let's climb a little higher.
Okay. You're now 20, 25 feet up on the cavern. Okay.
I'm gonna stay there.
Okay. Celeste.
Yeah, hi.
Deja,
I don't want to move.
You've been to this place before.
I'm gonna stay where I am. Can I cast Hold Person on it?
Okay. Cast Hold Person.
Huh?
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
It's not a person.
Make an Arcana check.
Says like a humanoid in the spell thing. Is this not considered a humanoid?
Make an Arcana check.
Hey.
Looking at you cast the spell, and you're like, why didn't that work? And you're looking at it, and in its nature, this animated suit of armor is closer to Yui than it is anyone else's.
Oh, so it's not considered a humanoid then?
No, it's more like a construct.
Oh, like time.
Sorry.
Does that mean I've just wasted a spell slot?
Yeah.
Don't blame the DM. Blame the weird ass fucking monster types.
Ugh.
No, don't blame me. Blame the spell.
I'll just end my turn, then I'll be like, oh, whoops. I'm supposed to not to get hit! No, I'm not trying.
You sound like a mum. like just watched her kids run off into the playground. Just try not to get. Okay. It's Suit of Armor's turn, and it's dumb. So it's gonna go and hit Elizabeth. It goes to punch you twice.
Okay.
First attack is a 12.
Does not hit.
So you parry it with your rapier. Second attack, 19.
That hits.
Okay, so you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. As you parry with your rapier, it comes with its other fist right into your side, like some sort of boxer. And you see now it retracts back and takes like a boxer stance, like a high guard.
Huh. So that's how you want to go then.
And it's gonna end its turn there. Elizabeth, top of the round.
Rapier
Alright then.
for 12.
Well, no, you got a thrust, and it just sort of puts its hand in front of its face, and the blow glances off.
Yui, get to safety, please.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, Yui's.
We need to make another acrobatics check.
I'm keeping
Yui.
my fingers crossed.
No!
Oh. That's
I start preparing number 5.
Okay.
absolute savage.
It just goes to run and slips into the river and falls down.
Barbarian.
One second. Get my notes back for the area. Yeah, have you make another acrobatics check. Okay, so Yui takes 10 bludgeoning damage. She hits the water.
Also, I realised I was rolling strength instead of dex, so each of those should be -1.
It's the same result.
Okay.
Same thing. Elizabeth, is that your turn?
Elizabeth's just. Mental note, Yui, climb up the stairs, please.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. You hear a at the end of your turn. Leroy. One thing I will say is, because you guys are on the other side of the river, the only real danger is just falling back to where you guys are right now. So you can move if you want to. You're not gonna fall in the river right now. Leroy.
I will smash.
Go for it.
First off, actually, do I want? No, I don't want to yet. I'll do it recklessly.
Alright, sure.
I
Recklessly
won't
swing
ready
your longsword.
Oh,
23 will hit.
yeah, boys.
Smoosh!
Alright. You swing your longsword into this thing's back, and you dent. Like, you put a serious dent in the back of this thing.
Nice.
And you can see, like, the back plate of it is, like, all crumpled in.
Lovely.
And your sword is...
It's magical.
Yeah, it's magical, so it's fine.
Gotta love
that's
magical
all-
weapons.
That's all I can do because I'm not raging at the moment.
Alright. Captain.
Oh man, I really don't know.
You could always try Chill Touch again if you wanted to.
Well, I kind of shook it off like last time. I'm gonna try a firebolt. Maybe that
Alright.
wasn't the right, maybe fire works better.
Alright. Roll Firebolt. Alright. Roll me a d10 with that nat 1.
Oh dear. If this
Yeah,
redirects to Elizabeth now,
that's gonna be hilarious. What'd you get? 2. roll again.
Oh my, okay. Seven.
7. Roll me a d4.
This is okay.
Roll all the dice. Just roll them all.
Roll all of the dice.
1.
Elizabeth, you're not going to believe this.
Oh
It's-
no! I'm so
That is fine. That is fine.
Captain, you go to throw your firebolt out, and you slip a little bit. You're not used to being on a vertical surface like this, and the firebolt launches at Elizabeth. Let me just check the specific ruling on it.
I'm so sorry.
Roll an attack roll with firebolt.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Miss again.
Okay.
Don't worry, because
That was damage.
oh,
The 1.
Roll it.
roll attack.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Absorb elements as a reaction.
Okay. So, roll damage, Captain.
Oh no.
Your firebolt.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Elizabeth, you take 1 point of fire damage,
Yep.
and as the fire launches in, you actually point your rapier at it, and some of the fire does sort of singe your hand a bit, but your rapier is now imbued with fire. So you deal d6 of fire damage on your next attack.
Oh,
roll.
what? That's so cool.
That's why it's fine.
The guy's like, I'm so sorry. It's like, oh, well, that's not too bad.
Anything else on your turn, Captain?
No, she's just gonna hang upside down, very confused.
Okay. As you Spider-Man your way on the wall, Celeste, you've just seen a mishap turn into fortune.
Alright, well, that was something. Then I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at it.
Okay, roll me an attack roll, guiding bolt. That just hits, an 18 just hits.
Yes.
As you launch this sort of pink sparkly beam of sunlight, this bolt of sunlight at it. Roll damage. So you fire this bolt out, this like pink bolt of sunlight. It strikes into the center of this thing as it's doing its boxes dance, and the thing explodes.
I'm gonna do the thing, you know, like, where they, like, do the finger guns and then they blow it off, like, I'm gonna do that.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you now have a suit of armor, you guess.
I'm going to inspect the suit of armor now.
You can scrounge. I'm not even gonna make you. Actually, no. Roll an Arcana check.
Arcana. Rolled a 17 for a total of 22.
Check's not hard. You get a tattered suit of plate armor.
Okay.
So it's not full right now, but you could go and fix it. And you get a what is, you would know with your check, to be an animating sigil.
Animating sigil. So I'm just gonna. There's no mark of Durgedding on the suit of armor, is there?
No. Unfortunately not.
I'm just gonna take the animating sigil and just keep it close.
I'm gonna send this to you. I'm just gonna copy paste it into the chat.
Mm-hmm.
It can be used as a material component in the animate object spell. If used this way, the spell only animates one non-magical object. However, it remains animated as long as it still remains an animate object. So you get like it's on like a piece of cloth,
Mm.
like on the inside of it. And you take it out, and you have this for if and when you get animate objects, which I think is a 4th level spell.
I believe it's a. It might be, yeah. I don't know. I haven't checked the artificer.
Don't worry about it then. It's fine.
It's just something that's on Elizabeth.
So you get that. Elizabeth's doing that. What's everyone else doing?
I will jump back over.
All right. Athletics check.
It was athletics before.
Oh no. Okay. Make an athletics check then to land. Yeah, you land just fine.
And then I'll move and probably do an acrobatics check.
Yep.
Well,
Damn it. And then Commander Flamer now. Oh yay.
Oh.
Fine, you move to the stairs, no problem.
Elizabeth, still with the jump spell almost running out, is going to move 10 feet. And then do the jump of 45 feet to get to the stairs.
Okay. Make me an acrobatics check to not slip while you're on that side.
8 for a total of 10.
You don't jump, you just fall on your ass and you smack against the back of the cabin. You
Ow.
don't fall in the room. As you do this, Yui comes running up the stairs.
Alright, Yui, stay a moment. Okay?
Just nods.
I'm gonna try again.
Try again. Another acrobatics check.
11 plus 2 is 13.
Alright, you managed to get over there, no problem.
Awesome, I jump onto the stairs.
Leroy, you can get up the stairs, no problem. This bit's slippery. It's slippery.
There we go, I'm on the stairs.
And I assume you skitter across the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skitter across the ceiling to the others.
And Elizabeth's just gonna go, Yui, now carefully come to me, okay?
Okay.
Oh, actually, Elizabeth, let me help Yui. I'm gonna skitter over to Yui, and kind of like grab her and like walk over with her.
Okay,
Okay.
that
I'm gonna
works.
say, Yui, make a acrobatics check with advantage.
Acrobatics with advantage. Yui's gonna start.
You know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. You get over. You managed to get over.
Yay!
Tom, you're sad. No.
I'm sad.
Oh.
What did you say?
Well, because Sky was like, Yui will carefully walk over, and I was like, but we don't live there.
I don't understand.
Because carefully sounds like kafili.
Oh, god
Oh,
damn it, Tom!
very easy.
Sounds like
Yeah.
an Indian trying to pronounce it.
It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny.
But no, we're gonna go up the stairs. So, I think it might be better before we... Oh. There we go. Might be better before we go to that door to explore the... Because there's pathways up those set of stairs that I went grave robbing with. Might be a good idea for us to have a look. First, however, I think Yui needs some TLC. And I'm just going to cast Mending on Yui.
I have a proposition.
Oh?
He said to find as much stuff as we can,
Yeah.
and I fucking hate this damp ass cave. So let's
Yes.
just leave.
But we haven't found everything yet.
There's an entire dungeon above us, and I hate this dank ass cave.
We can always go back there.
We can always come back here once we've cleared everything else out. I hate this dank ass cave.
As you say that,
I swear to God.
Whilst this conversation is going on, Elizabeth is just casting, has been and is casting mending on Yui.
you start the process of casting mending, and as you do, a
Nope.
sort of dark swirling portal appears about 20 feet in front of you.
Nope.
And walking out is a figure in a black coat with silver trim for the ring.
I'll throw him a torch at him.
Okay.
No, Mr. Man!
This figure's clearly feminine. You can see.
No, Miss Woman!
You turn, you throw the torch. Make an attack roll.
With what?
A torch acts like a club, so just roll strength plus proficiency.
I'll just roll javelin because
Yeah.
that's my D&D Beyond, and it uses the same stuff. Oh no.
20. Yeah. Yeah. So you throw the torch, and as this person appears, he goes, "Oh, you're not leaving your." Oh!
Where is she in my
Roll,
friend?
right.
Oh no.
Leroy, roll me 1d4 plus strength, and then add 1 fire damage.
Okay, so /R 1d4 plus strength, which is 4 plus 1 for the extra fire damage. I didn't put the space. D4 plus 5. 7.
Okay. So this figure sort of, you throw the torch at it, and this figure, some of the coat is sort of a bit singed, and they just sort of go. Ah. I gotta get a voice now. I was hoping you'd be a little more hospitable.
Who are you? I hate this dank ass cave.
You're a little stressed, I see. Well, allow me to answer your question. And to
I
those
can't.
of you who's Leroy, you would have seen this, and Captain Celeste. This coat, while not the same person, looks very familiar to the coat worn by the guy that took Buffalo.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
But it's clearly not the same person. And she sort of takes her hood, pulls it back, and you see a half-elf. Very strong, sharp features, icy blue eyes, and sort of swept back blonde hair. She goes, "My name is Elwood, and I was wondering if you would help me in a research project."
Miss Elren, I have a question.
Yes.
Someone else came around a few weeks, months, I can't remember. Time doesn't really exist. But is this person a mirror wearing coat similar to you? I'm just gonna ask, did you steal our friend?
Ah, well, you're going to have to be a little more specific than that.
He was like a turtle man. Did you steal a turtle man from like desert? It wasn't a desert, a blizzardy place. Was that you?
It was in Isle Cross when we were going to get.
Oh. Yes. Must be the one Cinder who's brought us. Oh, yes. I must say, it's proven remarkable for research material.
I'm concerned. Can someone please fill me in? Like, what's this about a turtle that you guys were with and were captured?
That's exactly what I said. There was a turtle man and he was gone. He was there and then he wasn't.
Well,
Yeah, it seems very much like exactly how it happened.
That's exactly how it happened. He was there and then he wasn't. Poof, bye.
Well, I don't deal with the intricacies of the others' work. I sit with my research. But unfortunately, I need to go out into the field.
But do you know who this turtle guy is, then?
Yes.
Is he okay? Is he eating enough? Is he sleeping alright?
You mean they, don't you, Celeste?
She looks at you with this eye inside of. That's a natural 20. What is Celeste emoting right now?
Is concerned for Paco's well-being.
And she looks at you as a cold, icy eyes scan you. She goes, I thought I was in the place. You were proven value.
Okay, and Elizabeth is... I'm assuming it hasn't been a minute, so mending hasn't finished.
No, it's not.
Elizabeth is just going to cancel the mending and turn around. Okay, so what you're telling me is that you kidnapped one of their friends, or at least one of your... Okay, one of your colleagues then captured one of their friends, and you're experimenting on them, and you basically want to do the same to one of them, correct?
Oh, not one of you.
We've run out of gas. How did we run out of gas? There was 10 quid on it yesterday. The other day. Sorry.
Oh,
That's exciting stuff there, Tom.
This woman sort of turns. Oh no, I don't need one of you. I just need bits of each of you. And what are all your ACs, real quick?
15.
17.
14.
14.
And Yui also has 15.
Oh, I'm weaker than the dog.
Okay. These guys are gonna get surprise round on you. So, Leroy.
I hate this Dankar's cave.
That's only an 11. Only an 11.
It does not.
Captain. Oh wait, no, with advantage. Sorry.
Oh no.
Oh, 18. Sorry, that does hit.
What? Wait. Why was it with advantage?
From being unseen.
Oh.
Surprise round. Captain.
I mean, unseen.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. Elizabeth.
There's a thing.
That hits.
What was the score for Elizabeth?
It was
Oh, I don't
23.
Alright. I can't stop it with shield.
And Celeste, that absolutely hits.
Yeah.
So, everyone apart from Captain take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Captain, you take 9.
So take 5.
As appearing out, almost coalescing from the shadows themselves, are these almost like bat-like creatures, with like look like cross between a bat and a large oversized mosquito, but they are covered in this shadow, and their eyes are glowing yellow, and they've latched themselves onto you all.
Dun dun dun.
Get up.
That's
Get
gonna
up.
be an initiative again from everyone. Don't worry, this one won't last long.
Yeah, he's just gonna suck our blood, then the stage is gonna disappear. Well then. They're nice public roles.
I don't care at this point. They're not going to be there long. Oh, and they need
You
to
made a
roll
nat 20.
They need to roll too. Elwyn needs to roll. What's bonus?
None.
That is a.
There we go. Let's fix that.
Sorry, Tom.
What?
Sorry, Tom. I can hear your exasperation. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't exasperation. That was a yawn that I was
Okay.
like.
At this point, then, this one's going to go first, and it's latched on Leroy. You lose, and this is going to be just straight damage as it's draining your blood.
I'm not raging at the moment.
6 points of damage.
Yeah.
And that's its turn.
Cool.
Celeste,
Hey.
you take 5 points of damage.
No.
Leroy, it's your turn. This is just this thing that's latched onto you.
I will punch it.
All right, roll punch.
Recklessly punching.
Recklessly punch. A 17 hits.
5 damage.
So you punch it off you, and as you do this, the punch connects. You hear a snap as this thing just sort of disappears into darkness and leaves this sort of small like sack behind as it plops on the floor. Anything else?
I don't like it. When I threw my torch at it, did the torch go out, or can I still see it?
You can still see the torch. Give me a second. I'll just do that. There you go.
Okay. Then I will walk up to her and start raging.
Okay.
And the man who doesn't like to drink it.
Just as a note, she doesn't look all that affected by the torch.
That's fine. I'm an angry boy.
Okay.
Okay.
On this one's turn, Captain. You lose 5 hit points. And that's its turn. Elizabeth.
One would like to stab it with my infused rapier.
Alright, which one are you stabbing? The one on Captain?
The one on me.
Hey, go for it.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes. Yes. You can roll damage if you want to. It's not gonna matter.
It's just dead.
Yeah, it has like 2 hit points. But you stab it and it sort of disappears into like smoke and leaves behind this small little like sack.
Elizabeth's going to stay here because Elizabeth is going to pick up that sack. Yui, on the other hand, after a bit of a monologue by Elizabeth about how she hates people just trying to use her or trying to hurt her friends, you're just going to bound up here and attack this.
Alright, roll to attack for Yui. And tell me what you get. What'd you get?
It's an 11.
11 will miss. Let's see if she's got anything for that. Oh, she doesn't. Okay. So Yui goes to bite down, and as sort of almost gracefully sort of steps to one side as this arcane charged maw just clamps down onto it.
Chompy chompy.
Well, that... Elizabeth will move 5 feet and then end the turn. You know, it's sort of like a... I hate you right now.
Tell him, Elizabeth. Tell him.
That one's dead. Celeste, it's your turn.
I'm gonna stab the one attacking me.
Alright, go for
I
it.
also don't know how I didn't realise we were going into lockdown on Friday.
Yeah.
I just didn't know.
We're only an next 12 o'clock today.
Yeah, but I still didn't know.
Yeah, Celeste, that hits.
Someone does.
Deaded?
Yeah, it's got 2 hit points. You're guaranteed to do at least 3, so it's dead. And plops on the ground a small sack.
I will stand on the sack.
Okay, as you stand on it, it spurts blood.
Ah, so it's just our blood then, right?
Yeah. Elizabeth, did you say you picked up yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just have a sack of blood.
You have a sack of your own blood.
Oh.
It's enough to fill a vial, maybe. Is there anything else you're doing, Celeste?
Nope.
Alright. On her turn, you see appearing on her arm is this shield made of jagged blue ice. And she says, now, not too close. And as a
Thank God. I don't like that laugh.
Okay. She's going to bonus action Misty Step.
We can't stop that either. We can't just bite.
She just sort of disappears in this like dry ice mist and reappears on the other side and says, I hope you're not going to be this annoying. And she throws her hand out. Yeah. I need. That'll be nice. Leroy,
Mm-hmm.
make me a con save.
That doesn't sound nice, Stefan.
Hmm.
Trust me, this is nice.
23.
Okay. So as she throws her hand out, you see that the cold start to coalesce around you, and you shake it off as this sort of chill frost tries to wrap around you. And she
Nice.
goes, "Chef Cookie." That's okay. Captain.
Oh, that was a lot happening all at once. I think I'm gonna go with the safest option of casting magic missile.
So as you cast magic missile, she puts the shield up, and the form of ice sort of grows around it, and the magic missile's deflected.
Casting it on the
This thing
the
on you.
weird
Okay.
thing.
All right. Cast magic missile. Roll your first dart.
First one on this thing, because I've seen it dies quite easily, and then the rest goes to her. But I don't think on.
All right. Yeah, that is exactly lethal for that one. As the other 2 darts fly to it, she pulls up the shield, and the ice forms this almost bigger barrier around it as the magic missiles just sort of are dispersed against it. She cast shield.
Stop using my tricks against me.
Not your tricks, it's simple arcane knowledge. Phoebe.
Ooh, get her back, Elizabeth. Go on, say something mean back.
A plebeian? Do you not recognise the power in my rapier? Do you not recognise the power in my wolf?
And she turns and goes,
Simple harlotry.
no, she turns and goes, I have done better.
Oh, get her back, Elizabeth! Come on!
It's just that everyone's out of initiative. It's just about.
We can come out of initiative if you want to, but I don't think Leroy wants to.
Elizabeth isn't going to either.
Okay,
What?
come out of initiative.
No, I mean, I don't know. She tried to steal our blood, and she has hot blood.
Okay, Captain, is that your turn?
Nothing to
Oh,
walk
Captain,
forward.
you need to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on spider climb. Don't worry,
yeah,
it's,
sure,
it's a DC 10. Don't worry about it. So, but
You're a smelly kitty.
It also doesn't matter if
oh yeah, spider climb drops. I'm so
Fine.
sorry.
that's fine.
What's your bonus to on
Oh,
saves?
hold on. 5, it's not enough.
Okay, never mind. Spider climb drops.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hey,
I'm gonna stand next to Leroy.
awesome. Top of the round, Leroy Jenin.
Leroy Jenin will move to there first, and then try and yank the bitch towards me with my ghost anchor.
Okay. What is that? Strength save?
Strength saving throw.
Okay. That's an 8.
That fails. She gets dragged 10 foot closer to me,
Okay. There we go.
and then I will use my attack to attempt to grapple.
Okay, so. God, how does grapple go? I don't know.
It's my strength versus her strength, or it's my athletics versus her athletics or acrobatics, whichever she chooses.
Okay, hang on. Give me 1 sec.
And I'm raging, so I have advantage on strength checks.
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Athletics checks. 18.
She'll make acrobatics check. 8. Grappled.
What are the rules of grappled?
Her speed is reduced to 0.
And that's
And that's it. That's
Yeah.
about it, but she can't go anywhere.
Grapple's pretty awful.
It depends. Depends on what you want to do. So you have a grapple. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Elizabeth.
One would like to dash,
Okay, so you action dash.
which I'm going to go to be next to here.
Mm-hmm.
And my bonus action is to command Yui to attack.
Okay.
So Yui is going to move to there. And is going to attack Elro. This, with the Force Empowered Rend.
Mm-hmm.
For 20.
That will hit. Wait,
Uh,
no. Shield. That doesn't hit. This barrier of ice is still around her.
Yeah.
Will you stop being such a persistent bitch?
Only if you do first.
Hey.
Is that your turn?
After just a flurry of colourful language, yes.
It's a child present.
Yeah, as you say all that, she goes, "Now, a children present."
That doesn't fucking matter right now.
That's the left. It's your turn.
I cover my ears.
Is that all you're doing?
No, I'm gonna move about here. Think. Okay, and I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame at her.
Okay, so that's Dex save, yeah?
Sure? Yeah, why not?
Right. Dex save. That is a 22. That succeeds, I think.
Okay, then I can't do that.
So you throw this flame out, and it disperses amongst the shield as you know the ice is starting to thaw and reform back into this single shield.
Oh, I thought that would have worked. That's it then.
Alright, on her turn, Halloran will... Oh. Tempting. Okay, she is going to use her action to cast Mage Hand. And pick up Leroy's, how far away is that? 5. Mage Hand doesn't have that much of a reach, does it?
I think that's 30 foot.
I gotta find it amongst all the bloody spells now.
Ah,
Does she not have Mage Hand?
that would be a good thing.
She doesn't have Mage Hand.
Phew!
Okay. She will instead... Oh, this is because you've got her in a pretty difficult situation.
Mm.
She's going to go enough and cast Magnify Gravity centered on herself.
Ooh! Is it an attack roll or is it?
It's a saving throw.
It's a saving throw. And I'm assuming. Hold on. Yeah, there's nothing I can do in response, I guess. So
So she needs to make the save. Everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
alright.
Even me.
Not you.
Going around.
Well, poo.
So Leroy saves. Elizabeth and Yui don't save. So I need to check what the damage is. Spell at first level is 2d8 force damage. Okay. 2d8. You know when all your d8s disappear when you need them?
I just keep the one set of dice that I use in front of me. A nice set of dice as well. And I have a backup set of dice as well.
Calm down. Fucking hell.
So that's 13 points of force damage to Yui and Elizabeth. Leroy, you take 6.
6.
What's her saving throw? She fails. But Yui and Elizabeth, your speed is halved, so it's hers.
Okay.
She's gonna move.
She can't move.
Can't move. Right.
Stefan's like, this isn't supposed to
Can't
happen.
move. No, that's okay though. She's gonna use a bonus action.
I swear to God.
You see her feet almost lift off the ground, slightly, but in this forceful gravity. As she lets go of the shield, it spins and then places itself right in front of her as she animates the shield.
Okay.
She's got an animated shield. Captain.
Okay, this is not ideal, but I did get a new spells. What did you use it?
I'm gonna say right now, don't bother. It's really not worth it.
Oh,
I'd save it if I were you.
okay. It's
I'm
probably
saying
also
this
better
now.
than
There's no
spell.
way you're beating this person.
But you have to let us try.
Yeah, I'm letting you try, but
I will beat this person even because
Okay, fine. Yeah, I think she. I would probably realize she's pretty strong. I'm just gonna yell over. It's like, Elren,
Calm down.
if you don't mind me asking, what's your organization?
he goes. Oh well, we're more like a I suppose you could call it an organization.
Cult? Are you guys a cult?
And she just looks at you and goes, some might call it that, yes.
I like how she's just calmly having a conversation when being destroyed.
She's so calm right now. Despite being like forced down by this gravity.
And Leroy.
And Leroy. And that's all you can get out in 6 seconds, sorry.
Fuck. Can I use my action and stuff to talk with her?
Yeah, if you want to spend more time, sure.
Use the whole turn to chat with her.
Okay? What do you say in 6 seconds?
Right, so what is the organ, or whatever you work for? Give me a name.
Let me call us the Shadow Council.
Oh my, could you have chosen any edgier name than that? I think you should have put
Not my
reference.
choice, that the choice of my superior.
Could you repeat what it was called, please? The
You
shadow.
really worked for that? Knowing full well you have to send it to people when you're out in the field?
Oh, I have no worries about that. And you can see she's barely broken a sweat. And that's your
fine,
turn.
that's
That's your turn. Leroy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you would like to smack.
I would like to headbutt it,
Okay.
seeing as my arms are used to grapple.
Alright, headbutt.
Recklessly headbutt. 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice. So that'll be 7 damage because I'm raging.
Okay. So you headbutt her, and she sort of stumbled back, like, you can see she's getting a little bit more frustrated now.
Good.
Your turn.
Yeah. It's just very unfortunate you call the barbarian in the middle of a rant about how much he hates the
That's okay.
Partnered with this neutral evil mercenary who hates it when someone tries to hurt their friends.
Speaking of that, neutral evil mercenary. Elizabeth, what would you like to do?
I think you already know.
Stab?
Yep. With it is a 25 in total.
Fuck me, that hits.
And damage. Max damage. 14 damage.
You stab her and like, get her in the arm, and she's like, "Oh, that's it."
You don't fuck with my friends.
Language!
Yui is also going to force empowered rend.
Go for it.
For 19.
She's gonna cast shield.
Okay. That's just going to be the turn.
Okay. This thicker shield device moves in front to block Yui. Celeste, it's your turn.
Yeah. Which one? How many sacks are still left? Oh,
You stood on yours.
because Elizabeth.
Elizabeth
Yeah.
picked hers up.
Yeah.
There's captains and there's Leroy's.
Which ones are which?
So captains is about here,
Yeah.
and Leroy's is about here. They're both right next to each other,
Okay.
near the sort of the far wall.
Where can I move to? Not nice very well. Move back here. I can't reach it yet, can I?
You can dash when you get there.
Hmm.
Use your action to
Can I
dash.
just shoot it with a crossbow bolt?
You can roll to hit.
Yeah. Not finding it. There we go.
That is exactly its AC.
Hey!
You pop this little thing, and this one didn't seem like it had much in it.
Hmm.
This little sack of blood. Well, that's your action. Anything else you'd like to do?
No. I'm good.
On her turn, she will bonus action Misty Step.
Damn.
Here, move 20, and she will use her action to pick up Leroy's blood sack and go. The fruits of my labor. Well, let's pocket it.
You probably shouldn't be collecting blood anyway.
That's her turn. She's actually going to move 10, 15 feet back here to the stairs, the top of the stairs. Captain, your turn.
Is she holding the blood sacks?
She put Leroy's one in her coat.
If I were to cast magic missile, because I'm not attacking her, would I be able to just penetrate every last blood sack that is still there? The missile.
Thing is, I don't think you can do sort of cold shots like that with magic missile because it's an automatic hit.
Yeah. Well, I assume if I knew the target.
Also,
Or slip it into the inside of her jacket, but don't know where specifically.
actually, no, she's no longer under.
Which other baubles are still around? Just the one.
That's it. That was the only one.
Yeah, Celeste stood on hers, and I think Elizabeth picked hers up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I destroyed two of them.
Let's just pop yours. So.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just gonna have a look at my spells. No, I don't think there's anything I can do.
You just wanna.
Is there some
Fireball?
shape water applied to blood?
No, blood's too thick.
What if I were to shoot the missiles at her pockets? Like, if I would specify where to shoot.
It was inside her pocket. You don't know where specifically inside the pocket.
Okay. Yeah, then there's nothing I can do, really.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
Its magic missile is you throw it out and it automatically targets Yeah, sorry.
So if it was out in the open, she would be holding it in her hand.
Then you might be able to, You could try with a firebolt, but I'd give you disadvantage.
I will try.
Okay. So roll firebolt with disadvantage.
Damn.
That'll hit the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, even with its total cover. Oh wait, no. Nah, I'll give it to you anyway. Okay, roll damage.
Okay. 8.
Damn.
Yeah, so you throw the firebolt out, and it collides into her, and you hear a pop, and she just goes.
Can I pull my scarf down and just give her like a smile with both my mouths? Just say, if you want it, you have to get it yourself.
She just looks at you and goes, "Oh, Potlo's in."
I'll give her a wink
Are you trying to be a bit kinky here? I don't know why I said it that way. But...
So you give her a wink, and she looks and goes, "Oh, I always have Potlo."
And I'm just gonna shrug and be like, that's not my problem.
Leroy,
Yeah.
what you doing?
She's all the way over there.
Hmm.
Even with like the torch on the floor, the dim light, I don't know exactly where she went.
Just about to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not kind of.
Just on the edge. I'll turn around and kind of stand next to Captain and just be erg.
Okay. The Erg. Right.
Elizabeth is going to move 30 feet. She is going to pull out one of the orc javelins and is going to throw a javelin.
Throw this jagged, rustic javelin over.
Or not, because I rolled a 6.
Yeah, no, it just bounces. It literally bounces off the shield.
Dunk.
Floating animated shield.
Yui, come help her and repair yourself. So Yui's turn is going to be to move to here.
Next to Celeste, yeah.
Yep. And is going to cast repair. Is going to use repair on itself.
Alright.
So 2d8 plus 2. That is 7. That is a 6. So that is a 15 points of healing.
Lovely. And Huey just sort of starts like clinking some of the stones back together.
Yep.
Just from that channel of arcane force. I'm assuming that's end of your turn.
Yep.
Celeste.
I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at her.
Okay, you need to be close to her to do that.
Do I? Oh, I didn't touch them. Never mind, I'm not doing that. I will cast Divine Favor on myself,
Okay.
and then shoot it with the crossbow.
Alright, shoot it with a crossbow.
I will. Let me click Divine Favor. Boop. Boop. And boop did not happen.
There we go.
Boop. Oh, I did, but booped.
It's the first. We take the first one, and that misses.
Oh.
This glowing bolt of this crossbow bolt just sort of bounces off the shield.
Could you not have just moved your shield for like 1 second?
You see, like, the shield moves away from her face, and you see, like, the brow is furrowed.
Oh, so scary.
Shit.
Well, I'm gonna end my turn there.
Alright, no worries. Her turn. Oh, yes, well.
She's pissed Elizabeth off. I'm pretty sure this is completely understandable.
Oh, pissed her off.
Yeah, who specifically pissed her off now?
do.
Uh-huh.
She is, however, just gonna look and go, if I ever find you again, I'll freeze your corpses and shatter them. And then she casts plane shift on herself.
Shit.
And
I'm gonna
vanishes.
yell at her and be like, I was nice.
It's a bit extreme.
You see, she sort of conjures this dark portal again, and just steps back, and it disappears.
And if I see you again, you little bitch.
Elizabeth, she's gone.
She's
Elizabeth,
gone.
it's okay.
Elizabeth's just going to take the vial of the sack of blood that she's got, throw it in the air, and just stab it.
You throw it in the air, you stab it, all the blood leaks out over your rapier. He's in good still. What would you like to do now?
As I was saying, we should just open the door because I hate this downcast cave.
Open the door. Does the key fit in the door?
You go to the key fits in the door. Leroy, as you shout that, you hear a coming from further into the cave, past like you see the dam by the river, but over the river.
Oh yeah.
It echoes past there and past the sepulchres.
Nope.
Sounded like a lizard.
Nope.
Okay, so you open the door. Let me close my shadow stage stats. Okay.
Doodle doodle doo.
As you open the door, you see this room. Sort of this entry that enters into a set of stairs that leads up.
Leroy, can you please get off of Yui?
Sort of, it sort of disappears.
Okay. We should probably go stealthily.
I'm already up there.
Yeah. Calm your passions.
Elizabeth is going to cancel the light on Yui.
Blind.
Mainly because Elizabeth is on 7 hit points and doesn't want to be seen.
Oh,
Maybe we should have a short rest.
maybe. Or I could just heal us.
Yeah, short
Wait.
rest on the stairs would be nice.
Do we have
Tell you what, I'll cook us some food as well.
if we don't want to
Do we
have
go back down, or what's happening? I came all the way up here, and now you're making me go back down, guys.
have potions? If we have potions, we can trick them.
Don't think I've ever given you the healing potion.
Guys, it's okay. I'm a cleric. I do this shit.
Yes,
Okay.
but at the same time, I think it's a good idea if we, take a break. We just ended up fighting a horrible person, and
She seemed a lot stronger than us.
Oh.
Yeah, by approximately 8 levels.
Although it seemed like she was approximately 8 levels.
I mean, we did get some good lickings on her.
Licked her?
I mean, you tried to.
I think what we should do is we should stay down this area and lock the door so no one can get through.
Mind if we get some mushrooms first? We can make some food.
Yeah, that's fine.
Elizabeth is going to cast light on herself, go over to the mushrooms,
Fuck my ass.
and is going to harvest some mushrooms.
Right, so you have so much. I'm gonna make you roll for it. I'm not.
She'll then come back, and while we have our short rest, let's make some mushroom soup again.
Okay. Make me a cook's utensils check with wisdom.
13.
Yeah, that's plenty. Where this soup is just what you need. After all that, so if you roll hit dice,
Yep.
for each hit dice you roll, you add 1.
Nice.
That is the benefit of cook's utensils.
So 1, 2. So that's 5 plus 8, which is 13. So that puts me.
Oh.
Oh.
Plus another 5.
So that's plus 6. I'll take another one.
I use up all 4 of my hit die to get me up to max health again. And whilst I'm making this soup, Elizabeth is just going to talk about, just mutter a little about the guild that she's in and about some of her values.
Fair.
Do that, you all sit down, you take a little rest. Get some stamina back. Wipe off some of the frost.
Mm-hmm. Eat some delicious food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, what is my mother doing? She's pulling nose hairs out of my nose.
Ew.
She's squeezing spots on my dad's face.
That's some well
Bravo.
couple action.
Sounds just like what my mum would do.
Yeah. Sounds like a typical mum thing to me.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, your short rest taken or your short rest abilities are back. Yeah. Continue forward up the stairs.
We should go quietly.
Stealthily.
Okay. I would like all of you, please, then, to make stealth checks.
What happens if I
Not stealthy.
stay like 30 foot back?
Still need to make the check. It just
Okay.
won't be as detrimental to everyone else.
Okay. I'll stay 30 foot back.
Elizabeth is just going to use Yui as a guide dog.
Okay.
So stealth is a dex check.
Oh, okay.
And there we go.
So, sad day indeed when the dog is stealthy on the
Yeah.
Yui is
Able to walk upstairs quietly. It looks like this leads like 100 stairs. We'll be out of breath when we're upstairs.
well,
Hmm.
you
guys will
move
be out of
up
breath.
the stairs. And as you do, like that's what you're gonna get. As you move up and up and up and up and up and up and up these stairs, find yourselves. The stairs end at an entrance to this sort of octagonal chamber.
Hmm.
The floor is inlaid with cracked, dusty blue tiles. The walls are dressed with polished marble. Large doors of iron-bound oak exit to the north. Sorry, northwest and northeast.
What is this room? Some kind of Kingdom Hearts weapon selection screen?
Might be. You never know.
You never know.
Don't tempt me, Leroy. You know I like Kingdom Hearts.
So Elizabeth is just being guided by Yui as she walks up.
Those of you who are humans and don't have dark vision, you see complete darkness. The rest of you, the 3 cast bronze statues, almost 10 feet tall, stand by the west-northeast walls, each depicted as armed dwarves with various like weapons, axes. One's got a shield, and they're all in very ornate armor. The eastern and western ones carry axes and shields. The center one is armed with 2 axes. Sorry. The ceiling rises in a dome about 30 feet above the floor. And from somewhere in the distance, you hear the faint ringing of hammer on anvil. Ting, ting.
Wait.
Coming from somewhere.
I get the feeling this is a... Are we at a forge? It sounds like we're here at a forge.
We're looking for, aren't we?
Okay. As you guys actually make your way past the stairwell, there is a voice that booms out, and coming from one of the side walls of the stairs is this mouth, just opens up and shouts, "Who speaks Dwarvish?"
I do.
Okay, and Leroy?
I do! It's my other language, I think, as a human.
Yeah, it shouts,
I'm
"Alert, alert! Intruders approach! Intruders approach! Alert, alert!" and just keep shouting it.
An alarm...
I'm gonna run upstairs.
Okay, you run upstairs. The mouth, it shouts it for, check the specifics of the spell.
It's alarm, so it's going to be for 10 seconds.
Celeste, get back!
Not alarm.
Oh, it's not alarm!
It's not alarm.
Celeste, get back!
I'm back! What did it say? What did it say?
It's saying there's intruders. I think it means
we're not
S.
intruders. You speak Dwarvish, tell them we're not intruders.
It after it says alert, alert a couple times, it then, it dissipates then.
Well then.
We are friends, I say in Dwarvish.
You say that in Dwarvish?
We are here looking for... Fuck, I forgot his name.
Dogeddon.
What? I got
Yeah.
that.
How loud do you say that?
Hmm?
How loud do you say it?
Well, I say it loud into the room. We're not looking for him. We're looking for his workshop.
Okay. Check.
Oh yes, they're getting. Like other 2 humans. Pick
I got Dwarvish
Yeah.
thanks to my feet, so...
Okay. You shout that into the room.
Mm-hmm.
The rest you do.
I'm just on guard. Like, they think we're intruders. We're not here intruding, but we're on guard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step back a little more.
Yeah, I'll stick with Captain.
Captain, as soon as you step there, the mouth opens up and goes, "Alert! Alert! 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 Intruders! Intruders! Intruders!" and just
I'll step
yells for
All the
support.
mouse on the stairs.
Yeah, the mouth is on the stairs.
Well, they know we're here anyway, so...
Should we go through one of the doors?
What do you mean, doors?
These things.
Yeah, Leroy, you can't see either.
Oh yeah. What's actually in this room? And I'll just walk directly to the right into the wall.
Smack into a wall.
Leroy, you okay? You's just
I'm fine.
You's just gonna ram into Elizabeth lightly, as if to say, Leroy walked into a wall.
No one can see anything.
Oh, but they heard it.
I'm just gonna start feeling the statue.
Yui also has dark vision.
Yeah, Yui does. Okay, feeling the statue in front of you. You put your hands on the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Okay, yeah. So you just make an investigation check with disadvantage for me.
Make a what check, sorry?
Investigation check with disadvantage.
Oh, lovely. I love
You
this.
can't see.
That's not too bad.
It's a statue of some sort of humanoid.
Okay.
Smells like bronze.
Smells like bronze. I'm really confused.
Well, they know we're here anyway. Elizabeth is just going to cast light on... oh, sugar. She's going to cast... Why? What the fuck, character sheet? She's going to cast light on herself.
Okay. Alright, so the room lights up and you all can see it now. Celeste and Captain, you all already saw this.
Ah. My eyes. Give me some warning when you're not allowed into the room. Oh.
So, are there two doors at the back, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well...
You guys, left or right, let's go! Where do you think we should go, Elizabeth? Left or right? Think about it. Left or right, go!
Are there any runes on the doors?
Right.
May...
Alright, Captain, left or right?
I think we should let Kiwi decide. I'm gonna pop Kiwi out of reality.
Okay, let me just grab you.
Grab him out of reality. Whatever.
Just crawls out of folding space.
Reality.
I'm gonna just have him.
Kiwi, left or right?
And I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna look through him and then see if I can feel anything with the tremor sense.
Okay. Have him make. Okay, what are you specifically looking out for?
Because we
What
did
tremor
hear
things?
there's a note around if there's any tremors coming from anywhere, anything that just over or
Okay. May I have him make a deception check?
perception.
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 It's so you feel through human senses. You feel the vibrations travel through the eastward here.
I'm gonna I'll tell him to crawl over to the right hand side and say, well, he is decided on the right.
Okay, is Kiwi gonna open the door?
Yeah, if he can open the door.
I'm gonna say he can open the door. So as Kiwi crawls up and opens the door, swings open, and it reveals a bare wall of stone. A bare wall of stone. And as it opens, two statues on the left and right of Kiwi animate and swing towards him.
No.
Oh no, bye.
Kiwi is going to be subject to 2 melee attacks. The first one's a fucking crit.
Oh yeah, Kiwi's gone. Bye, Kiwi.
I'm going to roll the second one anyway.
Summon another right.
That's a total of 9. So
A big statue crit him. It's going to do
Yeah.
more. Well,
I'm going to roll it anyway.
So maybe he lives. Don't take my hope just yet.
okay. I'll build it up. He's going to be fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Going to live on 1.
I feel he's a good boy.
That's 23 points of slashing damage. Yeah. Kiwi just... You see this, the one with the 2 axes in its hands swings over 1 axe and just decimates this Kiwi as Kiwi just disappears into space dust.
He's gonna stand there. Oh, Kiwi.
I'll go up to Captain and not with the directional tool. I will pull her into a hug and console her.
Oh no.
I will also hug her legs.
Elizabeth is going to rest a hand on Captain's shoulder, just trying to be comforting but not wanting to overwhelm her, given the others are already hugging.
it's gonna start like sounding like it's gonna cost me so much gold to get him back.
It's fine. We'll get him back, okay?
It's so expensive, you know. This is
How? Okay. How much is this?
Check. I think I actually have the ingredients for kiwi.
Find familiar spell,
Yep.
Oh, fine, familiar. It's like 10, isn't it like 10 gold worth of coals and incense and stuff?
Gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs. That must be consumed by a fire in a brass.
No, brazier, not brazier. I keep saying the wrong version.
I think a brazier is something else.
Mhm.
I have 0 of those things, so
We're going shopping.
yeah. We'll start the same shit again as I started with 4, but some fucking coals out of the fire.
Oh yeah.
It's a deja vu I didn't want to have.
Oh, it's one of those days, isn't it?
My god, poor Kiwi.
Rip Kiwi.
Kiwi.
Whip Kiwi.
Oh man.
Hey, what are the rest of you doing then?
Um.
The statues sort of reset back into their original positions.
Okay, so we've learnt that opening a door triggers 2 statues, and I think we can assume opening the other door will just trigger the other side of the statues.
Or maybe we could open it anyway.
Captain, I'm gonna say this. It was coming from directly east. Directly this direction.
I'm just a fucking idiot.
So, before Kiwi opened the door, was there anything useful that you learnt?
You know, he's got tremor sense. You can't actually see, you know, because he doesn't have eyes. But I heard vibration, well, you know, because I can look through him. Well, I can't really look through him because he doesn't have eyes, but, you know, I can feel through him. But right to the east. So maybe if we go behind the statue, and I'm gonna like walk behind the statue and like check that out.
Okay, make a perception check. Okay. You yeah, you see a faint trail in the dust that leads past through the wall on the floor.
Like there's no wall there?
Like the wall could, like there was a trail of footprints going through the wall.
You guys, I think there's a trail of footprints going through the wall.
Do you think there's a hidden passageway that way?
Maybe we should try. I'm just gonna try to push the wall open.
Okay. You push the door. This wall just sort of pushes open. You see.
We see less now than what we used to see.
It doesn't like me selecting your. You see you see a passageway leading to an iron door.
Ooh.
Stairs that go up.
Found it.
Do you want me to?
Not more stairs.
Do you want me to try and open the door? You know, I could pick the lock.
Well, yeah. Let's get into here before the statues decide they need another victim.
Sounds good to me. And Elizabeth and Yui are just going to go on up the stairs.
You got the stairs to the door?
Yep.
Okay.
Elizabeth will. First of all, Elizabeth is going to see if the door is unlocked.
Okay. There's the door. It opens.
Okay, so no need to pick the lock. Awesome. She's going to peek inside.
Peek inside. See. You can only really see about this far in front of you, but it seems to be some sort of great hall. Lined with pillars, but that's. You only see about this far in.
Okay. Well, I'm going to immediately cancel the light on me. Because, thank goodness it's a cantrip. And just relay this information back to the others. So there's...
a very grand hall.
Yeah, it looks like a grand hall of sorts, I guess. Might be wise to be stealthy.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
roll me a stealth check.
Normal or disadvantage?
Roll it. You were beaming with light, so it'd be a disadvantage.
Yep. Alright. Good job I got a second D20 with me. Okay, so we have 24, so 20, 24, and a 19 for 23.
Nice.
Yes.
So, as you peek the door,
Mm-hmm.
hear a voice echo out from the darkness.
Mhm.
This very harsh voice. Go back to where you came from. The only warning you'll fucking get.
What language was it in?
Woven.
Okay. So it says there was a voice there as well. It's said to go back to where we came from. It
called out from like beyond, like the shadows.
Yeah, like it's somewhere in that great hall, maybe a further room. I don't know, but it's said for us to go back to where we came from, and it's the only warning we're getting.
Did you tell him that we've travelled up a lot of stairs to get here, and I'd like to go through?
Well, the thing is, either it saw my light, or it's far enough away that it can see me. Can we... What do you guys think? Should we gun-ho or should we turn back?
All guns blazing, let's go! Pew pew pew!
definitely think this is probably the way we should go. Because I hate that dank ass cave.
On, Leroy, let's go then!
Okay.
Maybe not go screaming and just go.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab her.
Alright, Celeste, make an acrobatics or athletics check.
Woo! I'm shit at them!
I didn't mean to have advantage, but it's still 22.
Yeah, Celeste, as soon as you go to try and push past Leroy, he just grabs the back of your dress.
And then I'll like pick you up, and then I'll put you on my shoulder, and I'll just be like, "Sometimes, Celeste, you could die, and I'm terrified that that's gonna happen in that room."
Oh, thank you, Leroy.
I think
If we go in a relatively good, calmish pace
Okay.
and figure things out.
I forget people care about me, you know.
Before we go in, I just wanted to say that once we're done here and we get back, assuming we don't end up on another mission, if you need me, you can always count on me.
Aw, Elizabeth, be careful. It sounds like you like us.
Well, you guys just seem like albeit a weird family. You're family. You're not just a group of adventurers. You're an actual family, and this Poclo person, this turtle that you were with, sounds like they were a part of that family. So
I can't really say anything because the day that I arrived, he was the one.
But yeah, if you need me, I'll be here for you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Let's go into that room! Woo!
Who's going in first?
I think the beef should go in first.
You taking me off your shoulders?
Nope.
Alright.
I'm just gonna walk in with Celeste on my shoulders.
Can I cast, what's that shield thing? Don't I have a shield of faith spell? Can I cast that on me?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm
You have a
gonna do.
shimmering ward of sunlight.
Does it go around Leroy too, or just me?
Just you.
Hi, Leroy. That's how the spell goes.
That's fine.
Okay. So, who's going in next?
I'll bring up the rear. How does that
Wait.
sound?
Do we have any light in here? Because if not,
No, it's dark in here.
okay, Celeste is my eyes.
And your eyes.
Okay, so
Gonna
let's
have
go
to
with-
go.
And then Elizabeth is being guided by Yui.
Okay, so those of you with dark vision, when you enter the room, the entire.
Elizabeth.
Reveal.
Sorry.
Reveal. Come on.
Whilst we've got whilst it's all mentioned, I am going to also ready an action. The trigger is, and I'm going to keep readying this action as I'm being guided by Yui. The trigger is hostility is shown, and the action will be to cast light on Elizabeth.
Okay. So as you enter, this enormous hall is lined with 10 great pillars, carved into the forms of giants and dragons that support the vaulted ceiling high above. Guttering orange torches set in sconces. Oh, there is light in here, my bad. illuminate the room.
Oh, cool.
There are sconces along the wall that illuminate the room.
I can see.
And a mighty throne sits on a dais opposite the end of the room. The walls were once covered with tile mosaics, but have been smashed and defiled by graffiti. Tiny fragments of tile litter the floor. You can see 5 other exits. Small fire smolders on the floor before the dais. The 6 sleeping pallets lie empty, surrounded by packs and supplies. The sound of hammers ringing on iron comes from the door beyond to the south.
So
There's no one else in the room but us guys, right?
No,
Perception check.
I can't see any.
Oh, you can make a perception check.
sure. Who's got the higher perception out of me and Yui? Yui is going to make it for Elizabeth, and Elizabeth is going to aid Yui.
Alright, so we get advantage. Okay, so Celeste, this room's completely empty. Captain, do you want to make a perception check as well? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
So Celeste and Captain, you don't see another soul in this room beyond what you can see here.
Am I distracted by the mass? Is that what it is?
Probably. Leroy and Yui. Yui can sense there's a disturbance in the air pressure. Yui can sense
There's a disturbance in the horse.
about here-ish. And Leroy, you can hear like splash.
I can hear what, sorry?
Just like shuffles of movement.
Slight shuffles of movement.
It's slight, but you don't know where they're coming from.
Okay. I can hear some kind of movement.
Yui can sense something too. Like there's a disturbance. Similar to like I guess like if the air could be disturbed by people moving or if by things moving.
Celeste, do you think I should shout out in Dwarven that we're friends? We're friendly! I shout in Dwarven.
Make a persuasion check.
Guidance!
With advantage, because I got a cute angel girl on my shoulders.
I'll give you guidance, which is a plus D4.
Alright, roll with guidance, but not with advantage.
Okay, so persuasion was a 6. Plus, it's not gonna matter. 8.
Shut that out.
Nothing. We shut out.
Nothing
Okay.
happened.
I think we should go extremely slowly towards them.
I have a slightly better idea. And Elizabeth with Yui is going to move in front of Leroy. And in Dwarvish say, "We're not here to hurt. We're here to..."
I already did that.
You said that we were friendly. You did not say that we're not here. We do not wish any harm or ill will.
That's what being friendly is.
make a persuasion check, Elizabeth.
Okay. And there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fine to believe us now.
I mean, we could just keep swearing that we're innocent, but I don't think we'll go anywhere with that.
You hear a voice call out from somewhere. Again, a raspy voice in calls out. You're not here to harm us. Get out.
They said.
They said
To leave.
Really?
Do you know anything about Durgeddon?
Such a dwarven accent.
Yeah.
I mean, Dwarven could be akin to the Welsh, I guess. Or Scottish, I don't know which.
Goran would not be happy with that. You're poking fun at my accent.
No.
I was kidding. He doesn't realise he has an accent. Make me one more persuasion check.
Okay.
Come on, Leroy.
And potato salad.
Ooh,
Ooh.
it's a nice salad.
Yeah.
Celeste, you casting guidance?
Yeah, no. Should I? Do I have to cast it again?
Yeah, you'd have to cast
I don't need it. It lasts a minute, but once I
Cast it again. It's a cantrip. I'll cast it again.
Okay, roll a d4.
80.
There's a pause. And then there's a and then you hear whistling. If something's just been thrown.
Does it sound as if something's just been thrown?
Yeah, like something's just been thrown. It's whistling through the air.
Is it coming towards us?
Sounds like it is.
Oh.
Is it a javelin?
You think it might be?
No!
But we're gonna find out next time.
Ah!
next time on Forge of Fury, we find out what is going to hit us. If it's going to hit us.
Might. So, do we have fun?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
I had fun. I definitely had fun.
I had fun.
Okay. If you didn't, you know, I'd want to know.
No.
It is better to know than to not know.
Is it always better?
Yes, it is actually. In my case, it's nice to make it better for you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what did you guys think about fighting a high-level wizard?
I mean, other than the fact that it was completely decimating us and we almost died, I think it went quite well. I see it as a success.
I mean, you nearly died. I didn't go below half health.
I went down to 7 hit points and Yui was on 2.
I went down to 36.
Goddamn barbarians! I just like the conversation that ended up going about because of it.
Mm.
Boy, if she had activated any of her elder spells, that would have been bad.
She's pretty angry if she meets we did destroy all of the blood samples.
Yep.
I didn't.
Oh, it just means Parker's gonna get it now.
So we've basically we've doomed Poklo.
More or
Maybe.
less.
Does does Elizabeth know that Pocklow was the original owner of the horse?
I don't know if you guys told her.
I
I don't think so.
When she does find out, then she's gonna basically swear to protect the horse. just as a favour to a friend of a friend. We need a name for this episode, don't we?
Any ideas?
This is a dank ass cave. Get me out of here.
I'm a barbarian. Get me out of here.
Yes.
So, episode 7. I'm a barbarian. Get me out of here. And I've got the get me out of here bit in caps.
Absolutely, I'm definitely proud.
I mean, they're doing it in Wales this year, so...
Oh, yeah, they are.
I don't know. Are they still doing it?
They're probably going to do it like next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowed into the country. I don't think. I don't know.
I mean, they managed to get Bake Off to be done. So I guess they'll probably be allowed in a similar fashion.
It depends when they're doing it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, that was good. That was good. Anything anyone wants to add? We go.
So I disappeared for a little bit when we were going east into that first room. That's because Chloe was convincing me to that we should get another cat. So we're getting.
Yeah.
Are you going to get another kitten or an adult cat?
No, we're getting a new kitten.
Oh, God help you.
It's the same person we bought Dante from, but their cats had another litter immediately after Dante.
Ow.
I mean, I was interrupted slightly during the end because of an emote commission that I've gotten.
Nice.
That looks quite cute at the moment.
Nice.
So yeah.
Do you know if all of the cats are already have homes?
I don't know. Chloe, do all the cats have homes?
No, there's 4 left.
There's 4 left.
And Dante and Mum just had kittens that are ready just before Christmas.
And that the kitten that had Dante's had the other litter, and they are ready to pick up before Christmas.
Because we've been I've been debating with Sam to get a cat, and we were debating if we should ask the our landlord if he could have a cat.
Hmm.
So now we have a reason to call him and see if we could be allowed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if I talk this through with my housemates, I might let you know and see if there's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, if I ever move out, well, I shouldn't say if, I should say when. When I move out of my parents, I might get a cat myself.
Mm. Would recommend.
Yeah.
Nah, it's just because actually we can speak about it after the recording stops.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise I was on the recording.
Yeah, you're on the recording.
Yeah, you're live on Twitch as well.
Live on Twitch.
Yay.
Alright, with that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed watching. We'll see everyone next week for
More misadventures of D&D.
Yeah.
more dank rooms and spear shafts.
And almost dying to things that are higher level to us.
And a cold shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Quite literally. She has a lot of ice spells.
Is she Elsa just secretly?
Oh, no. I'm wondering if anyone's going to pick up on the reference. No one is, though, I don't think.
Other than the Ice Queen from Narnia.
Nope. Think more video game.
I can't remember what the name of the person was.
Name doesn't matter.
Okay.
What they were wearing and what they were doing. But we'll figure that out off stream.
Yeah, and we'll let you know on stream next week if we do work it out. Maybe.
Or you might forget. Who knows?
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, have a nice time.
Hey, sweet dreams.
See ya.